right, welcome to CRC. What's CRC, Richie?
Come on.
Come on, Richie. Come on, Richie.
Say it.
Come on.
No.
No. Crazy Ride.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, this is brought to you by the ex-New Yorker.
That's nice.
That Team's channel. Make sure you subscribe, like, all that fun stuff.
Yeah, I like that.
And the Biker's Realtor, who is me. Residential, commercial, investment properties. I am here to help you. Okay, let's go here. And what's going on, Rich? We got a great guest today.
I get an intro.
Let's intro the guest, all right?
Yeah, you know who he is?
Yes, Greg. And Greg
Taking over the channel. I'm commandeering the channel here.
Okay, Greg. Greg is now we're on screen. Okay, great. Greg is the owner of the Gucci bike, and we have a special guest. Okay.
That's
and
it.
This is
That
the
was my
Gucci.
applause.
This is the
Wow.
Gucci bike.
That's a lot of clapping.
Man, no whistling. Give me a whistle. Thanks, brother.
I would try another button, but I'm afraid
So-
it'll come out.
So this is a picture of the Gucci bike with us from Daytona.
Yeah,
Nice
there it
picture.
is.
Look at those
Yeah.
guns. The guns are out there.
Guns are out there.
Nice.
Yep. Everyone's with the peace sign. Whatever.
Well, it's better than the middle finger sign.
Nice.
Yeah. And here's a better view.
You
Oh, the
notice there's
Gucci bike?
there's not a cloud in the sky in it.
So
And here we are again
it's on screen. So this is YouTube. Go
with
back.
Greg's bike.
So here
That's how popular this bike is.
is
They're just dying to sit on
video
it.
of the bike. And there were models in the show that you were in, right?
Were they models? Or
Yeah, they were models.
only
Okay,
fans?
yeah.
Yeah, only
Only
fans.
fans.
Whatever
They
they
were
are.
looking for tips.
They're God's children.
I think they got a little scratched up from your bike.
They got band-aids. They got a good body.
Huh? I want to,
That's nice.
but we can wait. We can always come back.
Good, right? Richie did it.
I push everybody.
I was worried about the fight.
So in
There it is. The Gucci bike with all the Gucci girls.
They gave so many trophies out. I don't even remember what the trophy was for. One of the special teams.
right groups.
Yeah, it was a group thing. I don't remember. I just took the trophy and went. It was a long day, tiring, but I had fun. I got to meet and greet a lot of people from all over the world, which was very interesting.
Yeah. So you put this bike together yourself.
I put the bike together myself. It took me, well, there was phases with the bike, Eric. You know, the first, if you see, like when I did your show, I had it a certain way. Then when I first met Jack at another show in Fort Lauderdale, it was a certain way. And then I took it to a whole nother level after my son died. I was stuck in the garage for almost a year,
Right.
just mourning my son because he died, and it just kept me busy and busy. I was hours in the garage, just, I guess, taking it out on the bike, and it just turned into all those different things. You know, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to get.
No.
No,
I didn't know.
You're good.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
No.
A lot of it had to do with the next level of the bike was because of my kid.
Right.
He died from a drug overdose from fentanyl.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys.
You don't have to
We're-
apologize, brother.
We're sorry for your loss.
Yeah.
And we're sorry
So-
for your loss.
So the bike was really dedicated for him because he actually picked it up for me when I first got it. he traveled to another state because I
Right.
couldn't travel at the time, and he picked it up for me, bought it sight unseen, and had it shipped down here to South Florida. And so the bike's sentimental because of him also. You know
That
what I mean?
bike has a lot of him in it.
Yeah, the bike has a lot of my son,
A lot of your
all
son
around.
in it, right?
I've been riding since I'm 20 years old. I have pictures of him when he was on my bike at 3 years old.
Yeah.
I wish I had some. You could have posted them, but either here, either there. A lot of it has to do with him, and that's where the bike came out to some crazy creation. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So, you know, that's my personality with the bike, and that's my story with the bike. I know there's a lot of people that have stupid comments, but they don't know the real story behind the bike.
Now they do.
Now they do, and this is why the bike is what it is. And it happened to bring a lot of attention, a lot of life to that piece of, I
Art.
guess, art you
art.
want to
Art.
say.
Yes.
I would
And-
say it's
and
art.
My
Art.
son's looking down saying, Dad,
Good job.
good job. I love you.
Yeah.
So that's the story of how it came to this crazy level of just hours and hours of meditation in the garage. And that's where all the little details came in. So people didn't hear that in any of my interviews. You're the first to hear that because it was personal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
I look at it that every rhinestone, every stud, everything that you put on that was part of your sorrow.
100%. Yeah. And my grieving, it was all about me grieving. And I didn't want to grieve in front of my girl. She'd be upstairs. I'd be in the garage, no bullshit. 5, 6, 10 hours sometimes. Just,
Right.
she didn't bother me, my girl. And little by little, something I didn't like, I took it off, changed, just stayed busy. And that was the only thing that kept me busy. Otherwise, I would have went crazy. As talking about going crazy, his mom in New York is like nuts to this day. She cries every day over this kid. You know, it's not even a year he died. When he died, and like I said, I don't want to be morbid. I was at Daytona last year. I'm there for one day because I haven't been there in over 25 years. And I get this phone call. I'm there for one day, a 124-hour period. And I get a 911 call home. And someone,
It's all right. It's all right.
my friend calls me, tells me my son's dead. You got to come home. So we had to pack the trailer up. And I had to shoot back. Not even there for a 24-hour period. And for that 24-hour period that we were there, for whatever time we were out, we were meeting, greeting people, having fun. And then that was just shut down. There was no more meeting and greeting people no more. It was just, come on, Maya,
Yeah,
pack
you
up the
gotta go.
trailer and go home. And that was it. But I made up for it this year. I know he would want me to have a good time. You know what I'm saying? So that was a 1-year anniversary being at Daytona of my son's
I
death.
know. I remember.
So, and I feel for every parent out there that loses a kid to this fentanyl problem. And it's a scary thing, kids. Please watch the drugs you do. Please don't do any drugs. You don't know what's in them, even marijuana. I'm just telling you from experience. My son's been in and out of rehabs. You don't know what you're getting out there. Please, 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 please be careful with these stupid drugs. Thank God the border's being cleaned up, and that's hopefully keeps you guys out of the hands of fentanyl. But
Well,
let's
thank you for sharing.
let's move on. Yeah, yeah. Let's move on after this. But that's the story with the Gucci bike. Also, I don't mean to take your whole channel up,
No,
guys.
no, no.
Well, you're a
You're our
guest.
guest.
You're a guest.
The
This
seat,
is your show.
the seat. Some people I seen online made fun of me because I said pocketbook, because that's the way we say it in
Right.
New York. Okay, my girl's purse, I took it from her, and I made the seat of the motorcycle.
We still say pocketbook.
We still say pocketbook, but I'm trying to be nice to.
A purse is something this big.
True, it was actually,
A pocketbook
it was a big.
is
that
something
right, Maya?
that big.
But in New York, they don't like to say
And that
pocketbook.
seat has a pocketbook on it.
What I want to know is, Maya, did you get an even bigger bag after
Yeah,
you did that?
I got her a Hermes bag. I might name the bike Hermes after this. But anyway, if I steal her bag. But Jack from Cycle Drag, he gave the bike the Gucci name, and it just stuck since.
That's cool.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
I
bring-
just went with it.
Yeah,
You know
bring
what I
the
mean?
bike back up again real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just want you to know that and I'm going to break my anonymity right now,
Go ahead.
that I have 34 years clean.
Good for you.
And
I take my hat off
I
to you.
see that
Yeah.
coming into the rooms today because I'm still
Going to your meetings
close to my meetings.
and helping
And I
people.
see that happening
That's
even
great.
today.
That's great.
So
Right.
there is another way, you guys that are out there, you kids, girls, and boys, and older people. There's another way.
Mhm.
Get into a meeting. I don't care what meeting you go to. Get to a meeting
Yeah.
and help save your life.
And it also goes with who you're hanging out with. You know what I mean? These kids, they fall into the wrong company. They might meet a girl and say, "Yeah, let's go party," and the guy's like, "No, I don't do that. But if you want to play, you gotta." No,
Peer-
be.
Peer pressure.
Don't be a follower. Be a leader.
Right.
You say no, man. That's it. You don't need that shit.
Right.
Go to the gym, man. My crutch my whole life was the gym. Stayed out of no drugs, man. You know, my thing was the gym. That was my drug, and that's a beautiful thing.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's right.
So my
Longevity.
hat goes off to you. 35 years. God bless.
34.
And you're going day for day.
You know what I think a problem is too? All these freaking TikTok challenges with
True.
these kids.
Yeah.
I mean, some of them are really bad.
Some of them are ridiculous, and it goes with all different types of subjects. You know, the food, the diets, the
Yeah.
juice,
Yes.
the
Yes.
whatever they're doing, jumping off
Jumping
a
off a
hotel,
garage, and
whatever they're
going
doing,
into
stupid
a
shit,
wading pool.
just to get
Yeah.
views. I mean,
Yeah.
come on, guys. I mean,
Yeah, is
you
it
want
worth
to
it?
it ain't worth it, man. It's not worth
It's
it.
not worth
You know. Listen, I'm not a no young chicken. I've been around the block, so I'm not just preaching. I'm 61 years old, guys. I'm no kid.
I'm 75 years old, and I'm still making meetings.
Grandpa's
How's that?
kicking it. Good for him, man.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
Grandpa.
right. That's all right.
Yeah.
I'm Pop. I'm
Yep.
Grandpa. I'm whatever you
Well,
want
you know
me to
what?
be.
I'm-
Richie.
My designated driver
Yeah.
on occasion.
And you know what? I'm never gonna be a grandpa. My son just killed my last name. It's never gonna be there anymore. But anyways, I got a Yorkie now. You know, I got a little doggy just to
Yeah.
compensate. Little
Yeah.
Spike. I call him Spike, a matter of fact. And after the spikes on the bike.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Well, our hearts go out to you.
No, I hear you. Like I said, I didn't mean to be morbid or anything. I
Right.
just,
No, no,
That's
no.
just-
I just wanted to get a little
You're not
background of the
being morbid.
bike, and maybe I could get the word out about these kids.
See, I want people to understand those haters that are out there. Those haters that write these I don't even want to use the language, but write this negative stuff about the Gucci bike. They have no clue what this bike was built behind. They have
They don't
no
know the
clue.
story.
Listen,
Watch our
But-
YouTube channel now, and you'll know. And maybe you'll think twice of saying something negative to that bike.
also, you know, I'm not one for. Look, I wasn't brought up in the computer ever with the,
No.
with the Instagram and all that shit.
No.
So we're old school.
Yeah.
We had 6 channels on the TV and all that shit, you know,
yeah.
black and white, all that crap.
Yeah.
So
TV was
this
six
is all
things.
new to me,
Badly aired.
even being out into the megaverse of the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then seeing all the crap these people are saying about me and my girl, and then I just for the shits and giggles, I just say, let me see what these people look like. No hair, fat wives, no motorcycle. Like, are you
Yeah.
kidding me, buddy?
Yeah.
They have nothing else to
try
do.
to step on my shoes at 61 years old.
That's right.
Okay? Then stand up next to me.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
I'm not throwing shit in my ass. I'm just telling you,
Right.
before you talk, look in the mirror.
Right.
Okay? Now, if you look so beautiful and have a fucking diamond bike, excuse my French, guys, then you have something to say. Okay? Otherwise, don't say nothing, man.
But
If-
you know, it's just the fact that people don't know how to respect anymore. They just judge.
People don't know what else to do with themselves.
Yeah.
And this is their life. Is
It's sad.
fucking making stupid comments.
It's sad. But even they say, look, even the negative views, I'm getting their energy too. So obviously I'm affecting them. For them to write 3 paragraphs, that's a lot. I must be doing something to them.
Yeah.
Am I right or wrong?
Right.
For them to stop even
Right.
to look and say, oh, look at this dude, look at his hair. Oh, he must be juicing. Oh, his girl looks like a man. Da, 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 da. Come on, guys, man. Go look at your fat wife if you have one. If you could see your little banana with your big belly, then come talk to me, okay? Am I right or wrong?
Yeah.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
this is the show
Yeah.
to let it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll let it out anywhere, man. You're just giving me the mic right
No,
now.
of
Listen,
course.
And you
This
caught
is
me
the
with a
platform.
Celsius, so I'm nonstop, man.
Yeah. And don't ever apologize here. Don't ever apologize, and never apologize when you're out there.
Not on
Sure.
this show.
People need to know.
If
and
if
people
my
need to
son was
understand.
alive right now and saw the shit that was going on the internet,
Yeah.
and he was a computer
Computer
crazy, he would have destroyed everybody.
Yeah.
Destroyed everyone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the sad thing is also you get these crazy people that take it real personal and they do some postal shit.
Yeah.
Am I right or wrong?
Oh yeah.
Like you said, this,
Absolutely.
you know, I'm surprised there's not more crazy violence out there when people taking it personal. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Me, I'm like, okay, give me more energy. Come on.
Now,
You know what I mean?
now on the other end of the spectrum,
Is
the positive.
well, there's a positive too.
No, the positive comments that were
That's
thrown at you.
And I love you people.
Much more
I agree.
than the negativity.
I'm true.
Much more. Even if the bike wasn't their taste, they appreciated what went into it
Exactly.
because they know what it takes.
True.
Listen, it's a show bike. It's not a bike that you're going rides on
You-
100-mile ride on.
Right.
Because you'll be in traction.
You want to hear a good comment? I'm reading just for shits and giggles again. Oh, he's supposed to be so rich with that $1 million motorcycle. Why is he staying in a motel? Asshole. That motel cost me $1,500 for 3 days. Okay, on the water.
Yeah.
And-
Daytona.
And only motels is where you could
familiar.
and only motels is where you could watch your motorcycle in front of the door.
Right.
What was I going to do? Stay in a 10-story hotel and my bike sits in the basement
Yeah,
of a
yeah.
garage and I can't watch it? Come on, jerky.
Yeah.
I sound like Andrew Dice Clay, right?
Because they-
Come on, jerky.
They don't
The
know.
Jerky Boys. You remember the Jerky Boys?
Yeah, yeah. So,
They
you
don't
know, I laugh at some of this shit.
Yeah.
And then my girl, they bring up my girl. She's an IFBB pro, was in the Miss Olympia in Vegas.
Right.
She won like 15 shows, maybe more, 20 shows.
The highest show in bodybuilding, the one in Vegas.
She was right, and that was a tribute to her for even being there on that
Right.
stage.
Yep.
Right.
So she put her time in, and that's one of the things that attracted me to her, and that's one of the things that we get along about. You know what I mean? And of course, she likes being on back of the motorcycle. So going back to those haters with that,
Well,
Bah,
forget the
bah.
haters, the positivity.
yeah,
now,
exactly,
you know.
yeah.
And Maya's got a great personal training business.
Maya has she has a wonderful clientele that she trains. She changed more bodies out there. I mean, between her nutrition knowledge, her training knowledge, being on the stage knowledge, her posing knowledge, her whole life was this. You know, you were a judge. I don't know if you ever told these people.
I wasn't only a judge, man. I've been
You-
doing this since I'm 18
I-
years old.
Yeah.
This guy here has
I've
been in the
on stage since
bodybuilding game
19.
since he's a teenager. Then he became a professional judge for the IFBB, and the NPC.
But,
See, I just gave you a plug. You didn't even know.
thank you.
All right, that's 20
Thank you.
bucks.
Hey, under the tape.
I want to say that Maya and
Maya's
Greg,
here, by the way. We're not
Yeah.
talking
Yeah,
about
she's
her.
not
behind her
feeling
back or
too well.
anything.
Maya
She
didn't
didn't
put,
want to. She didn't want to.
she didn't put her eyelashes on, so she doesn't want to come out. But she took a ride with me.
but
Yeah.
but Maya and Greg, if you don't know, are the nicest, sweetest people, and to get to know them,
Give
Like,
him a 20 too.
I only got to know them. They did a show for us. They did
They did our bike day.
They did our bike day, right? They did our bike day.
And that
He
was the
actually
first
won
show they were
first
in.
place,
Yeah.
and that was his first trophy that he ever won.
That created the monster.
So,
Pretty much,
but-
yeah. It led
but-
to another show and another show.
but he and her were just so gracious and so nice. You know, you may think they look intimidating. They're not intimidating. They're just regular people. They just love doing what they do, and that's it. So
You know what it is?
Just
As-
if you're gonna start writing stuff, maybe
Yeah.
you should know the history of people before you start writing
True.
stuff.
Right. But what I was gonna say, my whole life, whoever watching and might know me since I'm a kid, as loud as I am, with all the nice cars I had, boats, motorcycles, is how low key I was. I wasn't out there blowing shit up. I was simple. Kept my cars nice, kept them customized. My motors. Whoever knows me, I had the craziest motorcycles all my life. All my life, since I'm a teenager. I didn't leave nothing alone. Nothing was ever stock.
Yeah.
Me,
Yeah.
changed my body, my cars, my house, nothing. I don't like nothing original. Nothing.
Well,
Yeah.
you're making it.
Well, that's why I like you. You're not original
Nah,
either,
I'm not
brother.
original.
My brother.
So also
Yes.
tell everyone about the special invitation you got.
Oh, well, matter of fact, I was supposed to respond to that and do it yet. OCC's having their custom bike fourth annual bike event in Clearwater.
It's build off.
The build off.
Right?
Yeah. Well, it's all the bikers that 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 make bikes, all the builders. So I got a special invite from OCC to come. Jack put it together, and he thought my bike would do good there. Not that I'm a builder. I'm just a aftermarket fabricator. You know what I mean? With ideas. I mean, I wish I could have did what the OCC guy did. Start making welding frames and all that shit. I would make the craziest shit, but I don't have that technology or that kind of situation where I could.
Yeah, you need space for that.
What I would need is me be the how an orchestra has the maestro.
Right.
Yeah.
I would be the maestro
And you
tell
need a crew.
I would tell the welder what to
Yeah.
do, just like I did in my house. Put the marble here. This is where I want the glass. This is where I want the LEDs. The same thing I would do with the bike, basically.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
But I mean, I wish if I could start my life all over again, I would get more knowledgeable how to do more crazy shit. You know what I mean? But
So are you
I'm on
going?
my last leg
Are
now.
you going to the OCC?
yes, as of right now, yeah.
When is that?
God willing, that is.
When is
It
that?
is March 16th,
May.
I think. No, May 16th. I'm sorry.
Makes
I had the M's wrong.
Is it May? May.
It's next month.
Right?
Next month?
Yeah, it's in three weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I can't make it. I'm going on a cruise on the 17th.
Mm.
So tell them to make a pit stop on
Yeah.
the west side.
It's pretty. It's not even. It's a long ride. It's 3 hours for us from down here.
Yeah, it's not bad.
We've been there.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Been there.
We
I
went
never
there
been to
after
Clearwater.
Daytona once. We rode
Yeah.
over.
Oh, you
Yeah.
did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, we did. Was it
After
Biketoberfest
Daytona.
or
It was one
was
of
it-
them. Yeah, I
After
remember.
Daytona, we
Yeah.
went off. We went on that
Yeah.
side
That's a nice. That's
Why
a nice
do
Yeah, it
ride.
was
It was a good
fun.
ride.
by the request of me.
That was cool.
Yeah. We had a
Yeah.
good time.
They wanted to make a pit stop at White Castle
Yeah.
in Orlando.
We
The
did
murder
that
burgers.
too.
Yeah.
We hit
Belly
that on the way
bomb.
over.
Yeah.
Not a
did
good,
that
not a
too.
good thing.
Listen, I haven't had White Castles. New York, when I was a kid, my mom used to take us, and the girl used to come out in her roller skates, and she
Right.
used to put the tray on
Yep.
the window.
Yep.
Yeah.
They don't have that shit
No,
no
no,
more.
no.
You know what I mean?
They don't know what that is.
No, they don't know. But
Now they know.
but literally, the girl came out in roller skates and used to eat in the
Yeah.
car with the tray on the window,
Yep.
almost like
Yeah.
the drive-in movie type of thing.
Yeah.
Memories, right?
Those
I,
were good
I
times.
remember that.
Yeah, that shit ain't like that no more.
Rockaway Boulevard and 95th Street, and we used to take the cars and move them around, and then we would watch them come out and look around because the numbers weren't right. Now the
Mm.
cars, they reckon they own the cars, but they didn't know. We were bad kids.
Yeah, I was a bad boy too. I got stories, but that's a whole nother show. We won't talk about that, guys. I'm a good boy now.
That's right.
So do you have any other
Yeah, I got some other
Events?
creations going.
no, do you have any other events?
No, events, no, but I have another bike I'm building.
Oh, really?
I ain't gonna reveal it yet.
Ah.
It's another crazy chopper
Is it so it's a chopper.
with a 32-inch front wheel. Crazy.
Nice.
No spikes, but some crazy shit going on.
So when you gonna get something
Springer
there you can
or
ride long
regular
distance?
front end?
My long distance days are over with. That's another
Yeah?
thing they made fun of. He's a whatever.
Because I know you were looking for a bagger.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I want to get another bagger. I like the bagger with the big wheels, but that long distance shit, I'm getting too old for it. My back is all screwed up from the gym. I don't even know if I could chill with the long rides. I'm not gonna lie with you, Eric. Like I take my hat off to you guys for doing all those miles. I don't know if I
Well,
could
look
do
at
it.
what we gotta have, the backrest.
No, I know, I hear you.
That's what
Me,
we gotta have
I
now.
still like that crazy.
So do I. I had to change my bars. 'Cause
Yeah.
I like straight bars.
Yeah,
but
man, I
can't,
still like
I
that.
can't ride like
Yeah,
that
I
no
still
more.
like that crazy chopper shit, man. You know, or a crazy build a crazy bagger. I just still have chopper in my head. Every bike I had, like I said, whoever knows me, I bought soft tails, rearranged them. Fat Boys, rearranged them until Borghett's made a crazy bike, and
Those were nice.
it was already done up. I said,
Yeah.
"Oh shit, that's exactly what I would want." 60 grand. I said, "Oh shit, okay." But I would wind up putting 60 grand into a Harley Softail. This
Yeah.
was already done up with a big wheel, all the aluminum on it, everything was done up. This is like my third Borghett's already. You know what I mean? Good bikes, never had a problem with. Just unfortunately, Roger stopped making them. You know, he had issues.
Yeah.
You know, my hat goes off to him
Yeah.
and his lovely wife, ex-wife.
All the chopper companies that were out there at that time, they all folded.
Yeah, it had its era at a time.
Right.
Remember when you couldn't even buy a Harley at Harley Davidson? They were all sold out.
Yeah.
That was when bikes were crazy,
That's right.
right?
Now they're giving them away.
Yeah, yeah, it's great. But another thing is also about long distance ride. You know, you go on 95. It's like fucking hell on wheels on there, man.
Yeah, I know. I was just on 95
Those
today.
people, you know, you're asking. It's like playing Russian roulette out there, man.
Yeah.
And then I live in Boca. Well, all these fucking old. Excuse me again. Sorry.
It's all right.
Slash that.
It's not made
Okay.
for kids. This
Okay.
program.
Anyway, you got these, and I'm not knocking the old people. We're all gonna be old and wear big glasses.
Yeah, I'm
Right,
going to be
Grandpa?
old someday.
All right. So listen. No, what I'm getting at is, it takes one little stupid curve to, you know,
Yep.
little right turn, and before you know it. The only thing that kept me safe on the motorcycle was from being on the bike since I'm a kid, doing motocross. I remember my first bike was a Z50. I think I was
remember.
11 years old.
A Honda Z50.
My father bought me a Z50, and me and my brother had a YZ60, and we used to be in the street all the time, you know, getting chased by the cops or whatever it was. And that's where you learn all your shit
Yeah.
when you got to jump a curb
Yeah.
or you got to go over a whoop-de-doo. There's plenty of times I hit a curb with my bike, and I'm like, you know, you got to know how to hop,
All right.
or you're gonna fall. You know what I
Right.
mean? So thank God from all that little stupid experience, it actually kept in here to
Yeah.
save me from situations.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Because we hear some crazy shit about people dying on motorcycles. It's
Oh, down
scary.
here it's worse.
It's bad. It's
Yeah.
that's why I stay vocal with my bike. Yes, it's a bar hopper. Sorry, people. They
You
hate
don't
that.
need to be.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's a trailer queen. They say
It-
it's a trailer queen. Okay,
it-
that one's a
it's-
trailer
it's a
queen.
show
Come look
bike.
at my other 3 bikes
It's a show bike.
that I
and that's
still
what
don't
it is,
use.
You
But
know?
what I mean?
even the baggers, you know, that they put about $60,000 in it with the 36-inch wheel in the front and the full body on it
Yeah,
and all that.
yeah.
Do you think you see them on 95 or
No.
Florida Turnpike?
No,
Where do you see them? On the back of a trailer.
they're local
They're
vocal
all-
bikes. Yeah,
They're local bikes,
Yeah.
or if they're bringing them
Yeah.
from here to Daytona, they're on a trailer. We see them. We
Yeah.
see them as we're riding by.
You know what's dangerous with the big wheel bikes? For some stupid reason, I hear this, and a matter of fact, they even try to talk me out of putting the front fender on. Sometimes the fender will fall in that big fender.
Yeah.
Will fall into the tire, and you're effed.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a little dangerous. So if it ain't totally put on correctly,
Right.
Right.
it could cause a big situation if
yeah,
you're in
lock
if you're
up
on
your front
95.
wheel.
Yeah, you'll
Oh,
lock
yeah.
up your front wheel.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So I don't do no 95 with that bike at all.
No.
It's just a local bike. Yes,
Yeah.
it's a trailer queen, people. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
The haters, that's what they call it, a trailer queen.
Now, between the cars
I
and
don't understand.
dodging debris on 95.
Yeah.
you know?
I was just telling them I hit a pothole by Okeechobee Boulevard. I was in the right lane,
Right.
so I'm approaching the exit, but I'm way before the exit, and I always get over around that time.
Mm.
I don't remember this. There was a crater. It lifted me off the bike,
Did it?
and I felt the front wheels, so I
Yeah.
was airborne for a moment.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Deb, it's okay. I'm all right. And then my wife was on.
Oh, she is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Stacy's
then-
on too.
And hi, Stacy. And then I came down, and the bike just was straight.
You're
know,
lucky.
because these bikes are made. If you jack the bike up,
Mm,
okay, so if you jack your bike up, yours, the front wheel is going to flop to one
I
side.
agree. Yeah.
Okay. These bikes here, the rake on these bikes, on all dresses,
Mm,
when you take it off both wheels,
yeah,
it stays straight.
really.
When you turn the wheel to one side
Mhm.
and let it go, she drops, and in the center.
Oh, shit.
That's how the rake is on these. That's why they're made for highway.
Right.
So when the bike did that and gave me a little, when
Yeah.
it came down straight.
Thank God.
Yeah. So,
That could have been a catastrophe.
oh, that could have been a problem. Yeah.
Ugh. You
Well,
can't-
also working for sanitation, we have many blind spots on that truck.
Right. True.
So we were instilled with eyes being all around us.
Yes.
So we're always thinking ahead of the next driver, the next guy
I agree.
walking across
Yeah.
the street.
Yeah.
Right.
So we always were going like this,
Ah,
because
yeah.
we had a bad blind.
I do that for other reasons.
So that's,
Sorry, guys.
riding.
Myers gonna give you such.
No, that has nothing to do with women. Trust me.
Oh, okay. All right. All right.
Eric knows.
Oh,
He knows.
oh,
He knows
all
my
right.
history.
Oh, okay. All right.
I was a bad boy, man, but I'm a good boy now. Like I said.
That's all that counts. Yeah, but I'm always thinking about the car next to me.
Yeah.
Whenever I
don't
get on
blame him. Yeah,
95,
me
I
too.
get all the way to the left right away.
Yeah.
So all I got to worry about is this guy over
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. And
But
I get over to the left because that hub lane gives me another part of on that, the shoulder.
Of course.
So if anybody gets stupid, I'll go in the shoulder.
Yeah.
So it's like having a safe lane.
Well, what keeps you guys safe if you're running a pack? That keeps you more safe
Yeah.
than being alone.
Yeah.
Because a guy could come right up behind you and rear end your ass
Right.
with those stupid little taillights you have.
Yeah.
But if you're in a pack, you're more safer. You agree? Or
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have any stupid little hair. If you look at the back of my bike, it looks like a
Rich is
Christmas
like a
Oh,
tree.
yeah?
all of ours does.
It's a
Not-
Christmas
Not
tree.
mine.
Oh no.
We want to be seen
You
and
have
heard.
stupid little bike.
But I got LEDs all over the place.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Even my car, even the Rolls has lights
Oh,
underneath.
you have lights underneath? That's cool.
Yeah. But Mansory made that. They made the kit for underneath the car.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
But particularly that model, yeah.
Well, it has the Mansory kit on it, so it came with a certain lighting kit that you put underneath, it's like an underneath light,
Yeah.
which is pretty cool.
Oh, that's
with the
nice.
spoilers and the wheels and all that
yeah,
shit.
Yeah.
There's 24-inch wheels on that. It's talking about
Really?
potholes.
Oh.
I already bent one wheel.
Oh,
Yeah,
$5,000.
How much tire there, right?
There's not much tire on there. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that's a beautiful car.
Thanks.
yeah.
Beautiful. So, do you know any of the news going on with Harley Davidson?
I heard it's going bankrupt. I heard the owner is woke.
so
Is that what it is? The
we-
CEO? Is that what it is?
we
Oh, it's
have-
not the owner,
We
Oh,
have,
the CEO.
the CEO.
we have breaking news. Richie, take it the news.
All right, this is Richie, Crazy Rides Channel. And I have a bulletin. And my bulletin is that I brought this up about 2 weeks ago.
Yes, you did.
I do have stock in Harley Davidson. So every couple of years, they send me this paper. And it gives you 10 names. And they tell you to vote. They tell you nothing about these people.
You tell him, Richie.
Is that true, Richie?
That's true.
Really?
Oh, that's true. Yeah, it's the 10 names.
I just
up
learned
there.
something.
There's nothing. No background. Who the hell they are. They could be Mickey Mouse for all I know.
You probably do a better job.
And so, I also threw my name in the ring. But I have 10 names here, and I researched their names.
10
So,
names.
10 names. And these people are on the board, okay? And they're trying to get reelected. I want the public to know who is on the board of Harley Davidson, okay?
Tell
Oh,
it,
why?
Ricky.
Tell it.
So
I have
we're
no
gonna
idea.
start with number one,
The anticipation is
and I
building.
have my secretary here, Dean.
Excuse me.
Come on, Dean.
Excuse me.
Oh, look at this.
No secretary shit here.
Dean is,
Associate.
Dean is going to give us the name of the person, and I'm going to give you what their title is outside of Harley, because they have a title outside of Harley Davidson. Go ahead, Dean.
It's gonna be interesting. What are we doing? Which number are we on?
We're going with the number
We're
one.
gonna know one.
Yes.
Troy Alstead.
Troy Alstead.
Tell us.
Troy Alstead is the CEO of Starbucks. So I'm thinking that the next thing they're going to do, they're going to put a coffee maker on that bike.
Everybody gets free coffee when we go to Harley,
Yeah.
right?
We keep teasing
In-
Dean.
in
we
the
keep
King Tour
teasing.
pack.
We keep teasing Peter with his gold wing that, you know,
Cappuccino machine.
that cappuccino machine. I think Harley's going to beat him out. So he is the CEO of Starbucks. Okay. All right. And he's also on the board. So I don't know where the connection is.
Let's hit
Number two.
All right. So if I don't have all these names correct, don't blame me.
No.
Jared D. Duderville.
Jared D. Dudeville resigned. And why did he resign?
Why?
Why?
He resigned because he didn't like the idea that number 10, who's number 10?
Johan Zietz.
He got fired. Well, they actually said that
Well,
he
said they said
resigned,
He
and he's
resigned.
going to stay
He's
on
retired.
for 2 years because he's retiring. But the bottom line is he got fired because he's tanking the company.
Well, he's still there until they get a new CEO,
Right.
right?
Right.
He's the
right.
German guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
But he's like we've said in previous episodes, he has been there since like 08. He was on the board,
Yes.
so it's not like he
he
just
was
came
one
in.
of these guys on the board. Right.
We
What-
actually saw him at the racetrack.
Oh, you did?
Richie wanted to
What do
run
you
up
think?
to him.
What do you think the problem was with Harley? Why everything started tanking? Was it their models? Did they do things with different?
Their prices.
Their prices went
They
crazy.
priced it out. First of all,
The trikes.
and
What was their bad bike?
No, the bad bike was the electric bike.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
live
was,
wire.
that was the
that
bad bike. They had no bad bike.
They couldn't give them away.
What about the Buell when they first made the
Oh,
Buell?
Buells were great.
Buells
Buells
were
were
They,
great.
were- they were
So,
big.
so that was a good
Big.
thing. That
Yeah.
was their good thing. Okay.
Oh yeah,
That was good
and
for a
the
long time.
V-Rods, they were big too.
Right.
Right,
Yeah,
but that
B-Rod
was a
was-
long time ago.
Yeah,
Right.
a long time ago.
Right.
I mean, like my bike is the newer version.
Yeah.
I was on the fence on that bike. I really didn't like it.
No, it's a badass bike.
You know what? Until I rode it.
Right.
Once I rode it with the new engine, the inverted forks on the CVO,
Like a Cadillac.
it was a whole different ride.
Yeah.
You know,
Cool.
that's what sold me. But as far as the design of the fairing, the tank being changed, the bags being
No, it's
changed,
beautiful.
I didn't love that part.
No.
But
It grew on you.
it grew on me. Yeah, the
No,
more I
no,
ride it, it's like
No, it's badass.
Okay.
Go ahead. Number 3.
Number 3.
number 3, James Duncan Farley Jr.
Okay. The only person that has any knowledge of vehicles, he is the CEO of Ford.
Ford, Fix and Repair Daily Ford.
That's right. Fix or repair daily
Found
Ford.
on road dead.
Yeah.
And out,
Lucky
we all
I got a
know.
Ford.
We
I
all,
always had Fords.
we all know that Ford makes an F-150,
Yes.
and it corresponds to Harley Davidson, and they've been doing that for
They,
years.
they also made the F-250
Yes.
and the F-350
yeah, they had the big ones.
They made a
That
Harley
for
edition.
for Harley
bike?
Davidson edition.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
And the Harley Davidson editions were the top,
Yeah, they're not
above
cheap.
the limited.
Yeah. Yeah. So there we go. All right. So number 4. This is you're gonna love this one.
Lori Fleas.
Lori Flees.
A woman?
Yes.
Wow.
She's the CEO.
Nothing wrong with that.
No.
She might do a good job.
You're going to like this.
Oh, you're gonna like this one. She's the CEO of Vaseline Oil.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah. So now I'm wondering,
It's better than
what am I
saying
putting
Subway or
in my
something.
bike? Am I putting Vaseline or am I putting Harley Davidson oil? Or is it the same?
It's probably the same.
Probably the same.
I would think so.
Yeah.
I think it's vegetable oil. All
That's
right.
coming.
Number 5. Oh, you're gonna really love this. You're gonna love this
Let
one.
me hear this one.
Alan Golston.
Alan Golston is the president of
The Cheesecake Factory.
Gates Foundation.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What do these people know about bikes?
And who's
Nothing.
Gates? Wow. Here's the man. Here's a man that knows exactly what Harley Davidson needs. People on the board that know motorcycles, that ride motorcycles.
Exactly.
So far, I've read 5, and I guarantee I'll put my money where
They
my
don't even know how
mouth
to
is
ride.
that neither one of them have a motorcycle or know how to ride. Okay, this is not Willie G we're talking about
Exactly.
here. So number 6.
Sarah Levinson.
Another woman.
Oh, this is great.
What's her background?
She's the co-founder and director of Catapult. Now, Catapult
Studio.
Studios is Macy's, Macy's Inc., Showtime, and MTV and NFL.
What does that got to do with motorcycle?
That's what I said.
Hmm.
That's what I said.
Well, maybe she's going to be the maestro. Remember the maestro I told you? And she's going to pick out all these people that's supposed
Well-
to be engineers and
Well, what's funny here is there's a lot
Yeah.
of successful CEOs here in other branches of
And
business.
they're-
100%.
But they're tanking
But
this
not in the
company.
motorcycle
Right.
industry.
So
Right.
how is this not
The
translated?
only thing I can say is she's going to be the maestro of listening to her cabinet of people.
Well,
maybe.
that's what they all are.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But you would like the CEO to have some kind of imagination of motorcycles and
Yeah, they,
riding and
to me, they're
feeling
useless.
the road. And I agree. Yeah, I
They're
100%. Yeah. Go ahead. Give me number 4.
No,
5,
number
6, whatever.
7.
Yeah.
Number 7.
Norman Thomas Linebaugh.
I think that Harley's going to come out with a diesel engine
No.
because the CEO, he's the CEO of Cummins. Cummins Diesel.
Come on.
Then we can use vegetable oil and run our bike. We won't have to stop at a gas station.
And blow
Yeah,
black
right.
smoke.
There you go.
But it'll be clean, right?
Valvoline is making vegetable oil to put in for fuel for the Cummins.
Wow.
So this is what we have on the board. This is why the company has no direction.
This is why you better
No
sell your
direction.
stocks.
Yeah,
And-
my stock is tanking.
And
now.
your socks.
Yeah. My stock is
He's got to
tanking.
pay to
I
get
can't
rid of
even
his
buy
stock.
stocks with this.
You're going to have to get rid of your socks to pay
Yeah.
for your stocks.
So now we have number 8.
Oh, God.
Rafael Massoud.
He's the executive vice president and chief of digital officer. He's the digital officer.
So he's just a Harley guy?
He's just a digital officer. I don't even know what the hell he's doing.
Wow.
Maybe
Well,
he's-
digital is.
listen,
is
if
on-
that's the case, he's a digital officer right here, Eric, because he does all this stuff. He knows how to run all this. We're gonna put his name in the hat too. Okay.
So we're going to go to 11 then.
No, we got number 9.
No, Eric would be 11.
Yes.
Yeah.
No. Yes. Yes. Number
Number
9.
9 is Mary Rose Sylvester, another woman.
Mary Rose
Okay.
Sylvester. Now
I have nothing wrong with a woman.
No.
If she's bike,
I
a
have
bike
nothing
enthusiast.
against
It's
women.
nice to see this.
Yeah, 100%.
They're bikers.
It's like Dana,
You know how many women
Patrick
bikers-
with
how
the
many
with
women
racing.
bikers do we see in Daytona?
A lot of them.
They're like all over
Into it.
now.
Yeah.
I remember when my wife was riding in 2000, when she started riding in 99, she was one of very, very, very few.
Yes.
And everybody would go, oh, you ride?
Yeah, that's
You know,
still.
today,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's like no big deal.
Right.
Unless you got a big booty and you're on a Jap bike
Yeah.
Like that girl.
with,
Yeah.
with a dong on.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
say, you ride?
Yeah. Now she's I can understand why she's around because they did change the lighting on the Harley.
Right.
Okay, so all the lighting now is changed. If you look at the front of his,
Yeah.
it's all changed.
Flash.
All right.
Well, he has
Flash.
off.
He has custom lights,
aftermarket
but
Right.
see how big that
Yeah.
and mine is a little smaller,
Yeah.
right? But because of that, she is the president of GE Lighting.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we should have looked on his bike and see if there's a GE,
GE on there,
stand
yeah.
Well, we'll
on
have
there.
to look at Bob's bike.
Yeah, lights over there. I didn't sell it.
Oh, you
Yeah.
didn't sell it
He
yet?
didn't sell them yet.
No, I'm not selling
But what my point is, and I'll wrap this up again, and Greg said it too. Where are the Harley enthusiasts? Who are these people? Where are they connected?
Mm-hmm.
And do they even know what the public wants?
Exactly.
And look, there's plenty of stuff on the YouTube about bikers. Plenty, hundreds of stuff. I even get some of my knowledge from there. Maybe they should start doing the same thing to know what we want and what we don't.
I think the people at this table right here could do a better job.
Absolutely.
Crack it.
I would start building
Absolutely.
choppers again.
I would,
And
I
that's
would
fine.
have Greg design the bike because
What was the chopper that Harley had? The wide glide.
It's the soft tail, the wide glide soft tail.
That was a nice bike.
Yeah, the soft tail.
I'd bring back the Springer.
It was
too.
the wide glide first, and then they made the soft tail. Then they made
Right,
the soft tail
but the
custom.
wide glide had shocks. That was
Yeah.
part
Yeah.
of the
and
design.
had the
Had
wide
front-
shocks.
yeah.
Right.
That was the
Wide
wide glide.
forks, big trees.
This, yeah,
Right.
the big trees, exactly.
That and the Springer Softails.
Yes.
Springer soft tail.
so Thomas Keening, he says,
Always
vote no. That's right, Thomas.
That's Tom.
So
That's
those
Tom. That's
those
our
are,
man Tom.
are those
That's
the only
Tom
options? Those 10?
That's
That's it.
Tom
That's it.
from. Let me give him a plug.
Go ahead, plug 'em.
That's Tom from Neighborhood News.
Tom,
check-
what's up, brother?
Check that magazine out. You'll get all the information that you need for the local areas. I was going to say 5 boroughs.
Well, we're in the sixth
5
borough here.
areas.
If that means anything.
5 areas.
This is
from
the sixth borough,
Boca
people.
Up to Palm Beach and all around.
Most of the
Okay.
people down here are from New York.
Check him
Anyway,
out.
we all know
They
it.
laugh when I say
Check
this
it
is the
out.
sixth borough.
Yeah.
So you know what I think you need to do, Rich? Though is take these 10 people or 9, because we already know how long Zeitz was there.
Yeah.
Find out how long they've been on the board. I like to know if they were new or how if they've been there a couple of years. Let's see how long they've been with the company. Because if these people have been here 10, 15 years, they should know about bikes. You know, they should know more about it than
Right.
you know.
Then,
I mean, it's always different behind the scenes. I don't know what's going on. I'm not gonna claim I do,
yeah.
but you would think with this much knowledge in
Right.
business,
Right.
100%.
you would not be having the problems to have.
Yeah.
But we're having.
Right. You
We
would think
are
that
having.
you wouldn't. But
We're
you would.
having.
Yeah.
The stock in Harley Davidson is tanking. There's dealerships closing all over the country, and this has been going on now for more than 1 year. It's going on for 2-3 years.
Right.
You know, they just closed Harley Davidson in New York City, one of the biggest.
Did they on 57? Where was
Well,
that?
it
was
was
on-
on Northern Boulevard.
Oh, the one in Queens on
Yeah,
Northern,
the one in
yeah,
Queens.
on
They
Steinway
was a
Street.
They
big
just
one.
shut it down.
Yeah,
That's
that was
right.
on Steinway, right?
Right. It was on.
That was a
It was
big
off
one.
there,
too.
yeah.
It was off Steinway.
Yeah, I used to
because
live
the
there.
first one, when I
Yeah, I'm
was
from
around,
Astoria.
Are you?
Yeah.
you were around.
Yeah, that's
we
where
were
it was.
close.
It was on
We were
Steinway
close.
and Northern.
It was on Steinway and Northern.
Right.
Then they moved to that little triangle on 42nd.
That's
or
true.
47
On right on
on
off,
Northern.
right off
And
Northern.
then they
Right.
bought
Exactly.
this supermarket
Memories.
that closed down, and they put it in there
I was-
because Harley
I was
Davidson.
gone already.
Harley Davidson wanted 25,000 square feet. They demanded that all dealers would have 25,000 square feet. And that's when they were building.
They were
And that's
building
when they
big
were
shops.
selling bikes.
Yeah.
That's when they were selling bikes.
Yeah, but back
Now
then,
they
though,
can't even pay the note.
right.
So they're closing up.
That's
But
crazy.
who's to blame here also? Well, aren't the dealers to blame? I mean, we go in there to buy a bike, and it's tagging another 10, 15 grand on the
Yeah,
bike.
that's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
I mean,
a
it's not
shame.
MSRP. You go in MSRP,
That's
and then
a
they're
shame.
telling you, well, hey, it's a $40,000 bike. I want 55, 60.
Yeah.
Right. Is that what they're going for? The home somebody?
Yeah.
Oh, some of them,
You
yeah.
see
It was
Yeah, they're-
ridiculous with the
they're
price they give
ridiculous.
you.
Yeah, they're crazy.
We went to a Soundoff bike show in Miami
Yeah.
at Peterson,
Peterson.
South,
Okay.
Right.
and that was one of the best dealerships I've been at.
Okay.
And they explained to us that they used to do that, but they weren't selling anything.
Right.
So they went back to either selling at MSRP or below. So they will negotiate with you to sell a bike, and that's the way to do it.
But why do they want so much of a markup to distract not getting the bike sold?
Exactly.
That's ridiculous.
Exactly. Yeah,
Well,
so
what
Wouldn't you
high
rather make
volume,
1,000
Right.
than nothing
and sell what? 1,000 each bike. And
Yeah.
sell 50 bikes instead of one.
100%.
Right?
and get the industry back out in the street with the bikes?
Yeah.
Well,
Am
what
right
I
or wrong?
what I think dealerships are afraid of too is the more bikes you sell, the more Harley's going to throw bikes at you. And if you have bikes sitting around over a period of time,
Then you don't get more bikes.
right, and they don't want to hold on to that inventory.
You got to ask yourself where they being built too. It's not in the USA, brother.
Yeah, they're built on the U.S.
Not all of them.
Milwaukee's still building.
And what about the
And
parts and everything?
Kansas City, no
a lot of
longer.
parts are from
Well,
China.
the parts are been shipped over too.
Yeah.
Some of them. They do have the
But the engines
manufacturing.
and all are here.
Because I've been in York,
Mm-hmm.
which is a factory,
Right.
and I've been at Wisconsin, which is the main where they started. I haven't been in Kansas. Kansas, they did the Sportsters, but they closed that down.
Now, how's Indian doing as their competition?
Indian is not doing great.
How's their
but they're
CEO?
doing okay.
Is this
They're owned by Polaris.
okay?
Right.
But I see a lot of Indian bikes out there that are mimicking the Harley.
Well,
Wow,
vice
I think it's the other
versa.
way around now.
It,
The,
see
the
that
Harley's mimicking the Indian.
Yeah.
that's
Well,
that was
that's
the
where
thing.
that I think came from.
Yeah.
Well, what Indians doing is they're
But
still,
someone was intuitive in that industry to make these type of bikes, and the Harley copied them. So what does that?
But you
say?
know, I mean, if you go back to years ago when Indian and Harley were first around,
Yeah, they were
they
both
were both
neck and
copying
neck.
each other.
100%.
Yeah.
There was a
Yeah.
lot of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so, but
It was a good
but
competition.
Indians still being true to the rider, whereas Harley's branching out to different things. The electric bike, you know,
Well,
they're
that's-
tapping into
The
things they
the
shouldn't be
cross
tapping
country.
into.
What is that? That
The
that
Pan
Pan
American.
American?
Pan American.
What's that, like a dirt bike? That,
It's a
Yeah,
street
yeah,
dirt
yeah,
bike.
yeah.
It's a
You
big
know,
boy, big boy.
something what
dirt bike.
BMW would make, right? That
Yeah,
you go-
like that.
Big
yes.
boy dirt bike.
And
They
you know
should
what?
just stick
Big
to the
boy.
I actually-
SNS
It's a good
motor and
concept.
raw.
that.
Yeah, man.
Concept, but it's another one that's way
That's
way
crazy.
priced.
Yeah,
It's a heavy price.
Yeah.
For an on-the-road off-road bike.
Mm.
They
The
did a-
engine sound, you know, I haven't ridden one. It looks great, water cooled,
Yeah,
100%.
yeah.
You know, fast, a lot of horsepower.
they got 150 horsepower. Those
Don't do they really?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
when you think of a Harley, you're supposed to think of
V-twin.
Yeah, you want to
Yeah,
feel that
man.
motor.
You know,
that's how I was brought up, man.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
that old school. That's why I'm still in that chopper phase, that mentality.
Right.
Right.
Because that's what I'm feeling.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. The
This
chopper
is a.
phase-
I'm not knocking these Cadillac bikes. You know, your baggers, which are cool, but I'm old school. I like that.
You
You
want to
Yeah,
be
man.
one with the bike. You want to
Well,
feel.
The chopper.
And the hardtail. I got no shock in the back of them. I'm
No,
fucking
yeah.
feeling. I'm feeling bumps. My chick's ass is feeling the bumps.
no kidney bust.
That's a
Yeah.
rigid.
It's a hardtail.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a hard one.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
I forget that on 95.
Yeah.
That's why his hotel was down the block.
God bless you.
Yeah. 2 blocks.
God bless you.
God bless her.
Yeah.
But she squats 300 pounds, man. She got the cushion on her. booty.
Yeah, but still.
Dedicated.
Yeah.
You hit a bump, that cushion ain't helping.
Nah, man. She made that muscle. She didn't buy it. You know what I mean? So
No,
I'm not
no,
worried
no.
about her popping her booty.
Yeah.
One of her BBLs.
Yeah. But
That's another
that's
talk
another
show.
Next time.
Yeah.
Next time.
That's our bodybuilding segment. So yeah, you know, all these, even the baggers turned out to be choppers too. I don't consider a chopper being chopped up like that's the old. You know, a chopper back in the day, the reason why they called them choppers, they cut the fenders.
Yeah.
They took the fender off in the front.
True.
You know, it was a barber.
Yeah.
You know, today, chopper like a bagger.
Yeah.
Like these baggers with the 36
You're talking like
in
the
front.
Peter Fonda day with the big chopper with the
Yeah,
rake.
right.
That was-
right.
I'm not into that.
Right.
I'm into that cool, big,
Yeah.
that look like
Yeah.
To
I
the cool
like
Gucci
I
bike.
like the Billy Bob bike better than his. You know,
Yeah.
his partner.
yeah.
Who was that guy that rode with him?
Peter Fonda.
Peter Fonda.
Peter. No,
No,
who
Peter
rode
Fonda.
with Peter Fonda?
Oh, that was what's his face?
Dennis Hop.
Yes, Dennis Hopper.
Dennis Hop.
Yeah.
He had a cool bike.
Yeah.
He
Yeah, I
had a
liked
cool
his.
bike.
He was
His
raked
was
out.
cool. Drag
Drag
bars,
bars,
low. You know.
But you know what started these baggers? What started these baggers? How did they come out into the sunset of the world?
Well,
That
you know
movie, that show. What was the show?
the blue.
No, not the blue. What's in the top of my tongue?
Oh, you're talking about
Come on.
CC.
no, the
No.
gangster bike, the gangster.
The gangster show.
Yeah,
Yeah. Come on.
Sons of Anarchy.
There you go.
Oh.
That's what started the bagger bike.
Yeah.
Everyone's seen that. They said, wow, that bike's cool. That's where the little bags were in and
Yeah.
the baby apes.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
where it all
yeah.
started. You
Yeah.
notice?
He's
There
right.
wasn't bikes like that around.
Well, that blew up the bagger. That blew up. The bag's been around a long time, but that blew up the industry.
Blew it up.
Of baggers.
Yeah, because they seen
Everybody
it.
in their
Everyone
mother
wanted to be
bag.
cool like that guy.
And he-
Same shit.
You know, he's 100% right.
Thank you.
Because if you go
Say it
to
again.
You're 100%
Thank you. Say
right.
it again.
You're 100% right.
That's $100 now.
And not only that, to prove it, if you go to any of these big events, you'll see young guys in their 20s riding baggers.
Mm.
You would never see that years ago.
Right.
They were always riding choppers or
Yeah.
sport bikes or whatever. They're riding baggers, and it was because of that show.
Well, in the beginning of that show, they were riding diners.
Yeah.
yeah.
Dino White Glides?
They were
Diners?
diners, but
Diners,
they
a lot
were
of road
FXRs.
kings.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
They were diners, but
Low riders.
they started introducing the baggers.
The Road King.
Yeah,
Road
it was
King
the
was
Road
big, yeah.
King, and then
And
it
Street
was
Glide.
Street Glide.
Rides, yep.
Yeah.
You gotta also give credit to a lot of these dudes. What they're doing to their baggers, they're putting over $100,000 into them.
Oh,
With
yeah.
The wheel, the paint,
Yeah.
the sound system. They really go above and beyond of what they're doing and the
Yeah,
money.
we did a live telecast at Peterson.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, because they had a
The
whole
show was
sound
all
off.
about
did.
sound.
The
Bikes.
sound.
Right.
It was incredible.
But sound on top of the other things they did to the bikes.
All the bikes were all radically.
Yeah.
I gotta hand it to a
unbelievable.
lot of these guys,
They were
man. I
tricked
take
out.
my hat off to them, man. They did some crazy shit. I mean, the monies they put into these. I don't even know if some of these guys are paying their rent. They'd rather put it into their bike. But,
yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
I gotta hand it to
He's
you guys.
right.
You guys got some beautiful baggers out
Yeah.
there with these big wheels.
I mean,
Very, very impressive.
You were there at Eric's show when we were at the Crazy
Yes,
Ride show.
yeah.
You saw some of the baggers that pulled up.
Yeah,
Just
like that
phenomenal.
orange one that was next to me. He sold it for $100,000
Yeah,
a week
it's
later.
insane,
Sold
man.
it.
No kidding.
Yeah,
That was
Cartel
really
Customs
nice.
built it for him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There were a
Cartel
lot of
baggers.
Cartel was there.
Cartel was there.
Was
He,
that-
he
no,
moved.
he-
He
they
moved to
were
Carolina.
there at the
He was
Cartel
Yeah.
Vegas was at.
Oh, he
Cartel
was.
Peterson.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. But no,
they were.
that was the Miami one. He was the Fort Lauderdale one that built it.
Okay.
Okay.
And then he changed the name to something else. I forgot what it was called.
Oh.
But he moved to the Carolinas.
Okay, but this.
Yeah,
this
nice guy.
Yeah, it was the Miami one, I guess. Or no, it was the Carolina. Was
I
it?
rode with that orange bike home. With that bagger.
Oh, you
Oh,
Yeah,
did?
because he lived near me, so we just split off about
Yeah.
20 miles from
Yeah,
the
that-
show.
That's pretty cool.
That
Yeah.
was a crazy look.
And we became friends since.
It was
Yeah.
close between you and him.
Yeah. I felt bad because
but-
honestly, I
but-
didn't want to win on him because he had some big bucks into his bike.
Yeah, but it
And I
was
respect
totally
not
different.
Yeah,
about-
I don't even think it was close.
No, I mean, we saw your bike and
It-
the detail.
No, and,
Yeah,
I
look.
respect that. And it wasn't even to the level where it is now.
Right.
But I was like, shit, man, I beat this guy. Like, I felt bad inside because I really liked his bike. I was going to buy it. I offered him 85. He wouldn't take it. But anyways, I was like, oh, shit, man. I beat him, and I felt like a jerk holding the trophy when he should have. I really thought he should have won. I'm not
He
going to lie.
took second place.
Well, I
right?
want to tell you
Yeah.
something. A little short part about me. Back in the 70s, I owned a custom motorcycle shop.
Oh, did you?
We were building custom bikes, radical bikes.
Where?
In Queens.
Where?
In Ozone Park.
Oh, really?
On 102nd Street and 101st Avenue. Diamonds Custom Machine.
Right near
Design.
Gotti's? Right near Gotti's Cafe?
2 blocks down. 2 blocks down.
What'd you name the
We
place?
were on-
Gotti
we
Gotti
were on-
Choppers?
This side of the L,
That's a
he
good
was
one.
on the other side of the
I
L.
got
You
you.
know what I mean? He was on this side of the
Yeah, yeah,
tracks.
that's
I was
cool.
on the other side. of the
Yeah, I
tracks.
used to go over there.
Yeah. So, there was a shop there called Diamonds Custom Machine and Design.
Right.
And I had a piece of that, and we built some radical bikes out of there. My point is this, and I've been building bikes like you.
I didn't
have
know that.
for
I didn't know
years,
that was
too.
your history.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, he's got a big history.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nice.
But the reason why is because I saw the work. Yes, the other bikes had the fairings were changed
Yeah.
and all that.
Yeah. Some
But
intricate.
the-
I had
but the
intricate stuff.
The intricate stuff that was done, like nothing was at. There was 1,000 pieces, and there wasn't one out of place.
Listen,
So
if I
that's
tell you,
why- that's why
I wear glasses this thick with a flashlight on it when I put every piece on it.
Oh, you wear those kind of like jeweler's
Like I'm a
glasses.
like a
Like-
worse,
Surgeon.
like a surgeon. I'm there, like right, babe, just to make every line right. Like I was like a nut because my first time I did it, the first step of the bike, I didn't use glasses. So when I got into the bike a couple months later, bought the glasses for whatever I was doing, some kind
You
of work.
saw mistakes.
I said, "Oh my God, that's fucking." Ooh, sorry, guys. That's terrible, man. So ever since I do work, I wear the glasses with anything, and I'm like, my work is like precision.
But that's the point.
Meticulous.
Meticulous.
The point is, that bike might have taken 6 months to build. Your bike took 2 years to build.
Right.
Why? Because every line was where it's supposed
Yeah.
It was
to be.
precision.
Yeah.
That's an art.
Yeah.
Okay, we build bikes the same way as an art.
Yeah.
That is an art.
I use the gap tool to gap every
I believe it.
every line on the thing. It was
I
crazy.
believe it.
And then I had a tap welder that I bought on Amazon. I learned tapping in one of the places I was at.
Yeah.
So I learned how to weld and all kinds of
And you
shit.
see, I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
Yeah.
He told me
Yeah.
that you had tack weld everything
Yeah.
Yeah.
because you don't see a
No.
tack weld.
No, you're not going to see
anywhere.
no marks.
No.
No.
So listen,
Yeah, it's
It was a
crazy.
phenomenal job.
it was worth every bit of
But
it. And
thank you
that's why
guys
you
for,
took.
for the kudos.
That's why you took a trophy there. Some of them bikes over there were crazy,
I know.
radical.
Yeah.
All right, but believe me,
You know
whatever
what it is?
trophy
I'm not used
title
to.
you
I'm
got,
not used to accepting a trophy. That's not my thing. Like,
I know it
like
isn't.
even like Eric would say, "Why don't you go on stage and you could beat the 50-year-olds and da da da." I don't want. I don't. I just as loud as I am is how low as I am.
I know.
I mean, even
You
taking the
didn't build that
trophy, I
bike
felt
for a
it.
trophy.
No, not
You
at
built
all.
that
I
bike
built
for
it for
your-
me.
for your
And you
life.
had the biggest critic as a judge.
Yeah, and I hear you, man, and I thank you. You know, like I said,
You know,
I felt bad
him
for the orange
along
bike.
with other guys
Yeah.
too.
I
Yeah.
was in everybody's face at that, taking cameras and video.
Well, you
and
know,
everything.
you're a builder. I didn't know that.
I'm just unbelievable.
Thank you. That's cool.
So I give you a lot of respect, and you are a craftsman.
I try. I try to do
are
it
a
myself
craftsman.
too.
I'm looking
Bodybuilding's a
forward.
craftsman. Yeah.
I'm looking forward, and when you finish that new bike,
Yeah.
we're gonna be the first ones to film that
Cool.
bike.
You got it.
Exclusive.
Exclusive.
You
I
better
got
tell.
your
You better
word?
tell Jack.
Do I have your
Jack,
word on that?
Jack from
No.
Cycle Drag already asked me, but I
It's
got you.
okay.
I got you. You
Okay.
guys are closer.
Yeah.
Jack
We're
lives
right
in,
here.
Jack
You
lives
just
in
happen to
Pennsylvania
run
or
into
something.
us. That's all.
Sorry,
I
Jack.
don't know.
Cycle
I ran
Drag.
into him. He happened to have his camera with him.
All right.
You know?
Jack, we want you on as well.
Jack, we
You
want you,
missed a
Jack.
good
We
show,
want you
Jack.
on.
Sorry. You missed a good
We'd love
show.
to talk to
But
you.
we'll have
You met Jack at
Yeah.
the races.
so what happened was I went about 2-3 years ago. I went to the time that we went
Gainesville.
to OCC.
Okay.
I came back. I broke down. My state of blue in a gas station. So I told these guys, "Don't worry about it. I'm a big boy. I'll be okay."
Yeah, no,
Okay.
he didn't.
Which OCC? The one in Clearwater?
Yeah.
Oh, the restaurant.
Yeah.
Got you.
I was coming back.
Gotcha.
We were coming back. We stopped at a gas station. I blew up. The state of blew up.
Wow.
So they left.
Yeah,
and I was all right because I had AAA, and they were taking me to
Harley?
Space Coast.
Okay.
So I got to Space Coast. Long story short, the guy that was the manager of Space Coast I can't think of his name, but he was a drag racer.
Okay.
But not the drag racing like our bikes.
Yeah.
The drag racing with the big V's that
And
they
the wheelie
sit on
bar in the
bike,
back?
and the bike sits up.
Yeah.
And it just goes down with one wheel on the
Yeah,
back. You
yeah,
know the one I'm
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about?
Crazy shit.
The crazy bikes.
Yeah.
So he was a racer.
He's a quarter-mile guy.
Mac the something his name was. Quarter mile. So I got to know him. I got friendly with him, and he invited me the following week to go to Gainesville
Okay.
because they were going to do their Harley drags in
Nice.
Gainesville. So I went. Nobody could go, so I went, and I got to do a whole thing. Who do I meet there?
Who? Jack.
Yeah.
That's when you met Jack.
Yeah, we were rubbing elbows.
Yes.
We're like this.
He's all
you
over
know,
the place,
I-
man.
You know,
He's into this big time.
I wasn't
Yeah.
pushing him around,
yeah.
but he was all over
Yeah.
the place. And I knew him because I'd see some of his. So, I said, okay, you're here. That's good. And I'm here too.
Right.
I wore my shirt.
Yeah.
I do that whole thing. And we said hello, but that was it. But then at your show, he recognized me.
Oh, he did?
He goes, "Yeah, how you doing? How are you?"
He's a very nice person.
Oh yeah, he is. He's
A
not
lot of energy. God
lot
bless
of,
him.
listen, that guy is all over the place.
Yeah,
Hundreds of thousands
yeah.
of viewers. You know,
Yeah,
Hundreds
millions.
of thousands,
He
millions.
got 600,000 on one of my views.
Yeah.
He wrote Gucci. No, he wrote. I don't know if he wrote Gucci motorcycle got confiscated or whatever.
Yeah.
So people must have said, "Oh shit, the Gucci bike must have got confiscated."
Yeah, but it wasn't.
My
that.
bike.
No,
It was,
I know.
They were confiscating other bikes.
Somebody else's.
But it
right.
was the catch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's how
Like
you word it.
I'm learning what you guys do,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
You put some crazy, like they'll say, like an actor died, and you go and he didn't die. It's all bullshit. So you could click in and they get a view.
Clickbait.
It's clickbait, man.
Yeah.
Like
Clickbait.
some crazy shit.
Yeah,
So he
yeah,
got
yeah.
like almost. I think he's up to 700,000 because the Gucci bike got confiscated or whatever. So I'm saying,
I even clicked. on
yeah,
it.
I'm like, look at this guy, man. Sometimes I click it again. Maybe my bike did get confiscated.
It's a bait.
Man.
It baits you in.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of these things on YouTube, when you read the cover,
Yeah.
the cover photo,
Yeah.
makes you click on it.
Yeah. No
It's
shit,
like,
man.
what the hell is this?
So that's
Yeah.
that's how I got to meet him, and
He's all over the place. He has an itinerary
he's in
of
California.
all
now.
over the world. Yeah, all over the world. Literally, I don't know if he.
He
I don't
gets
even know if he went.
invited.
He does,
He gets invited.
but this is his thing.
Yeah,
You know, and
yeah.
and he made a nice little thing for himself.
Oh, he made a good living.
Yeah.
Trust me, he
God
made
bless.
a good living.
Yeah.
And you know what? It's fun. We have fun doing it. If I was asked to go somewhere, I would go right away.
But you know what he told me? He says, Greg.
Nobody wants me.
He goes, that's not true. You're a good dude, but there's always haters out. They'll find some shit to say about you too,
Oh,
like
yeah, I
that
don't
old
care.
man.
I don't
His
care.
beard's crooked. Oh,
Yeah,
you know
I
why
don't
not? He has
care.
a booger hanging from his
I
nose.
don't care. Where
Nothing to do with
you
motorcycles.
know what I tell him?
Yeah.
Where I came from, you haven't even learned yet.
I hear you, but you ain't gonna say it because they already tweeted it or whatever.
What I came from, you haven't even been there.
So Jack says, Greg, that's nothing. You got to see the shit that they say about me on there. I says, I said, because I said, Jack, what's up with all these crazy people saying all this crazy shit? He goes, that's nothing. I said, don't worry about it. I go, all right, so it's all good.
Yeah,
whatever
I'm
it is.
sure he gets a lot of hate
said-
stuff too.
And then they saying, what is that guy paying you? Why you keep posting this shit? Because he keeps, he blows my bike up, man.
Yeah.
Because he sees that it's bringing
Bringing
Well,
more
He's bringing people, pissing
Yeah,
people off,
yeah,
and
yeah,
wherever it's doing, it's bringing energy.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
the
like
la-
feeding the flame.
That's
the
I
right.
just
latest
hope I
thing-
don't get shot out there one day. Like, there goes that
No.
Gucci guy. Boom, boom, boom.
No.
Like I'm sick of looking at that bike. Boom, 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 boom.
God
Then I'm
forbid.
gonna have to go boom, boom, boom back.
Oh.
Before you know it, I'm gonna be in prison.
No, no.
Which ain't a problem.
They got little things like this. They don't have
Yeah.
that. They don't have the.
Yeah, but you never know. It
Where
only
we
takes
came
takes one person with colognes to like. There goes that Gucci bike. Boom, 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 boom. You know what I mean?
Give us
God
any
forbid.
ideas.
So the latest thing I saw from Jack was him wanting to
To
buy,
buy
your
the bike. Listen, I'm not gonna bullshit you. Someone wants to buy the bike. I got,
But,
like I said,
but
wait. Let me make a plug. I know it's sentimental, but give me a sentimental price and I'll sell the bike.
Right.
And my son would say, Dad, sell the bike, go buy a Lamborghini and build your other
But
bike.
then
or
you
whatever.
could build the other one for him. You know what I mean?
And he'll say,
with that
stay
same
busy.
emotional feeling.
So if I get an offer, I'll
Yeah.
sell it, man.
Yeah.
It got to be over $100,000.
but was he really interested, or was this just a?
I ain't gonna say nothing because you're gonna ruin his plug, man. We are talking. He offered me $80,000. I said,
Okay.
nah, I don't want $80,000.
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
happening.
I get you.
Nah, I got more labor in it than that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got.
You got to make it worthwhile.
Because I'm not. Look, an average mechanic these days. Let's just lowball it $100 an hour, and I'm lowballing.
That's right.
Let's say there's 1,500 hours into the bike. Let's just throw even 1,000 hours. You do the math there.
Right.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not including all the parts
that's right.
and all the other shit. That front wheel alone's $15,000.
Yeah.
Just the front wheel. You know what I mean?
And your time is money.
And if I had to pay a mechanic, I'd be broke. I'd be like selling the Rolls Royce right now. You know what I mean? So, or the cigarette boat.
Yeah.
The bada bing, they call it.
The bada bing.
The bada bing.
The bada bing.
Yeah.
Well, Greg,
What do you mean?
Thank you.
We're out of here?
thank you. For
No,
coming.
man. I got a Celsius.
Oh, okay.
I'm ready to go, man.
Well,
No, I'm only kidding.
Well, what else you want to talk
No,
about?
I got to go get my car.
The mic is
I got to
yours.
go to the gym, man.
Maya's getting hungry.
Maya, yeah, she's prepping for a show, so she knows. She's 5 weeks out.
Wow.
I'll put a plug in for her. All right, so I'll be back next week. Don't worry about it.
Hey, anytime you
know.
want to
Yeah,
come
you-
on, you're
Are
welcome.
you kidding?
Yeah.
To
You're
shoot the
welcome.
shit.
Let's film from the boat or something down in Boca Bay or something.
Yeah, that sounds
Hey,
good.
Right?
Let's go.
this is the Crazy Rides channel.
I hear
So
you.
anything
No,
you
crazy.
ride that's
Anything-
crazy,
Yeah,
Right,
man. That's
right.
fine.
we'll do it.
Next time I'll pull the car right into the showroom
There
over
you
here.
go.
Hey.
Right over here, you pull
Yeah,
it
we
right.
can do it.
Yeah.
Move the table up,
Yeah,
park
turn it
right
around.
behind.
Yeah, I'll bring all the cars. You got to be creative, man. See, I'm an artist. I'm
Yeah.
always thinking crazy shit,
Yeah, yeah.
right? Not, I mean, the toolbox is cool. If you saw my toolboxes, I have 4 snap-ons.
Hey, do you want me to show your car? I could show the car right
Show
now.
the car, man. Yeah, you should. Show it so people know we're not playing here.
We ain't
To
playing
just
here.
get an idea what the Gucci Rolls Royce looks like.
I'll show the car right now.
I don't know. You got that kind of technology?
Yeah.
Really? You good?
I'm the man.
Wow.
Kidding me?
See this, babe? We were looking for an engineer.
There you go. He works cheap too.
Yeah, just feed me.
Just feed him and buy 3 houses from him. He wants the commission.
Yeah. You got it? You got it. Yep, you're on.
Who taught you all this stuff?
I
Adam?
did.
He did
Really?
himself. Yeah. He did himself.
That's pretty good.
All
because-
on YouTube.
But you know what? Trial and error. And I'm proud of him because
Oh, me too.
I wish I knew how to do half the
There you
stuff.
go. You're going to see it on the screen.
Oh,
now.
yeah? Let me
So
see
here.
what you got going on there.
See, here it is. Come on.
Say hello, Maya.
So he's walking with, he just, Maya, we got a little.
Maya,
trick
oh,
for
you got bagged.
That's all right. It was quick.
There's a delay. There it goes. Now it's on the bottom of the screen.
Here it is.
Oh, shit.
So let's hear a little bit about this. What is that?
That's a Ghost Mansory with
Oh,
24-inch Forgione wheels,
that's beautiful. Suicide doors.
suicide doors, front spoiler, side spoilers,
Oh,
yellow calipers.
that is beautiful.
That's one of the toys.
Beautiful car. Beautiful.
Thank you, my brother. I'll bring the
What year did you
Ferrari
say that
next time.
What year did you say that was?
It's a 19.
19. Huh?
Yeah.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
It's only 3,000 miles on it.
Yeah, I believe you.
I never use it.
And the Ferrari, what model?
It's a 433.
Look at that.
You're a good photographer, buddy.
You like
sir.
that, huh?
Let's see the front. Get a wide front. Oh, that's nice. So when you start it up, does the little lady come
Yeah,
shooting
it's
up?
called the Spirit of Ecstasy,
Yeah.
believe it or not.
Yeah.
But I used to call it a swan. I didn't know, you know. Eric, you're a good photographer. I gotta hand it to you.
Take a picture of my bike now.
You should you should film on OnlyFans. My brother.
Good job, brother.
Well, thank you for inviting me here, guys. I appreciate it.
Anytime, bro.
Yeah. You were a pleasure to be with. Hell yeah.
Sorry I had to
Anytime.
get a little sentimental with my stories,
No,
but
don't apologize.
yeah, just I didn't mean to break down on you guys. But
Yeah, well, you know what? That shows the sensitive side of you.
well,
That shows that
it's
you're
life.
a good person.
I don't wish that
period.
on nobody.
You got no ego, no pride here.
No. But anyways,
Yeah, man. Thank you.
my pleasure, guys.
Yeah, appreciate
Thank
you
you.
guys coming over.
Thank you, Dean. Appreciate it.
Well,
Thank you. Remember,